Here are 11 of the strangest yet cutest animals. Number 11. Long-eared jerboa. Anytime you see something funny with giant ears, it's gonna be no doubt picked up and cuddled. The long-eared jerboa is a nocturnal mouse-like rodent with a long tail, long hind legs for jumping, and, you guessed it, exceptionally large ears. Its ears are longer than its head. But why the big ears, though? Really, it's just speculation at this point, but experts theorize that the ears help keep it cool since it lives in the desert regions of China and Mongolia. As the blood moves through the ear, the heat easily dissipates from the blood vessel across the skin and into the air. These guys are small jumping rodents about the size of a fist. They're actually exceptionally good at jumping, as they have hind legs that are at least 4 times as large as their forelimbs. Most jerboa species are primarily herbivores, eating seeds and succulent plants. However, the long-eared jerboa's diet is thought to consist primarily of insects. The craziest fact about these guys is that they actually don't drink water. They get all the water they need from their food, which also includes plants in addition to insects. Number 10. Patu. Patus are a group of birds, sometimes called pormy ones, because of the way they sing. There are 7 different species of these funny-looking guys who live in tropical areas of Central and South America. Is it just me, or do these guys always look super strung out in a cute way? Patus are highly nocturnal and generally don't fly during the day. They spend the day perched on branches with their eyes half closed. With their, let's just say, interesting plumage, they resemble stumps, and if they feel any danger, they adopt a freeze position, which makes them look even more like a broken branch. These funny guys usually eat at dusk and try to feast on flying insects. Their typical foraging technique is to perch on a branch and pick and choose the perfect time to snatch a passing, unsuspecting insect. Because of how they look, patus are pretty much meme kings who are all over the internet. Number 9. Piglet squid. The banded piglet squid is a small squid that lives between roughly 330 feet to 656 feet in the sea. This squid species has light-producing organs to help it navigate through the darkness of the sea. Come on, look at this cute little squid. It practically looks like it's got a smiley face. The average size of an adult is around 4 inches in length. Their bodies consist of a large funnel with small paddle-like fins. They have small tentacles above their eyes, which really make it look like it's got curly hair. Because of its deep water habitat, little is known of this cute little squid's behavior, although, not surprisingly, judging by its body shape, it's not known to be a good swimmer. Number 8. Thorny dragon. You guys ever look at something so threatening and mean that it actually looks cute when you take a look closer? Well, the thorny dragon, or the thorny devil, is the sort of animal. It's an Australian lizard that usually lives in the arid desert that covers most of Central Australia. The thorny dragon grows to a little over a half a foot in length and can live for 15 to 20 years. Most of these lizards are colored in camouflaging shades of desert browns and tans. Their colors actually change from pale to dark depending on the weather. The thorny dragon's scales have lots of ridges, which allows it to suck water from all over its body. In order to drink the water, all the water has to do is get to its grooves between its thorns. Through the capillary principle, water is transported to the mouth through their skin. If that's not a trick, I don't know what is. The thorny devil also features a spiny false head on the back of its neck. What it does to fend off any potential predators is by dipping its real head and presenting the false head, which is made of soft tissue. Number 7. Pink fairy armadillo. The pink fairy armadillo is the smallest species of armadillo, and arguably the cutest looking armadillo there is. This armadillo is native to central Argentina and can be found inhabiting sandy plains, dunes, and scrubby grasslands. The pink fairy armadillo is 3.5 to 4.5 inches long and typically weighs about 4 ounces. They have small eyes, silky yellowish-white fur, and a flexible dorsal shell that's only attached to its body by a thin dorsal membrane, which means this little guy is really fragile. It also has 2 massive sets of claws on its front and back legs to help it dig. The pink fairy armadillo relies highly on touch and hearing to navigate because it doesn't exactly have the greatest vision. Because they're so fragile and prone to stress, they're found less commonly than they were a few decades ago because of changes to their natural habitat. Unfortunately, the little guys that do end up getting caught in the wild have a tendency to die during transportation or within a couple days within getting caught. Number 6. Red-crested tree rat. If there's something that looks like a shrunken munchkin version of a red fox without ears, then the red-crested tree rat is that thing. It's actually one of the most mysterious animals. Since its discovery in 1898, only 3 documented sightings have actually happened. Its diet is unknown, but it's assured to feed on things such as fruits or seeds. Because it's observed so little in its natural habitat of Colombia, not much is known about its behavior or eating habits. The International Union for Conservation of Nature lists the species as critically endangered, and things aren't exactly looking good for them. Its habitat is affected by feral cats, who I'm sure wouldn't mind chomping on a few of these guys, and the deforestation of its habitat definitely doesn't help. Number 5. Aguda. The aguda is a solenodon found only on Hispaniola, the island shared by Haiti and the Dominican Republic. These guys usually live on the undisturbed forest floor below 3,300 feet in elevation. The aguda looks a lot like an oversized shrew. Adult males and females are similar in size, and they can be anywhere from 18 to 28 inches in length, including its tail. When they run on their toes, going in a zigzag, of course. What's really funny is if they are caught off guard, they might trip over their own toes and tumble head over heels. Solenodons are actually one of the few venomous mammals. These ferocious little guys inject its venom like a snake through specially modified teeth. Their second lower incisors have special grooves through which venom flows. In fact, the name Solenodon is derived from the Greek for grooved tooth. Number 4. Flapjack octopus. Just in case you guys couldn't figure it out, the flapjack octopus is a species of octopus. These species has been seen off the coast of California at depths of around 1,100 feet. It's also been seen off the coast of Japan of Kashimanada. Their flattened appearance is what really gives them their common name. To be honest, I think that these guys can either come off as incredibly cute or incredibly terrifying. I mean, its eyes are so far apart, it looks as if they have one eye on each side of their head. Their color range can go from transparent to almost any shade of red. They have 8 jointed legs, which are affixed together in an umbrella shape. Their bodies are gelatinous, which allows them to spread into a parachute shape whenever it's maneuvering through dimly lit water. The flapjack octopus was made famous by Pearl, the pink octopus character in the movie Finding Nemo. Number 3. Mexican mole lizard. You might confuse this creature with an extremely long earthworm, but it's actually the Mexican mole lizard. This reptile is actually neither a lizard or a worm, but their common name is a worm lizard anyways. The Mexican mole lizard is a species of amphisbaenian and is native to the Baja California Peninsula. It's one of 4 species of amphisbaenians that have legs. These cute little guys are anywhere from roughly 7 to 9 inches in length, and their lifespan is only around 1 to 2 years. Their skin is closely segmented to give a corrugated appearance, and they also pretty much move like earthworms. Their forelegs are strong and paddle-like, while their hind legs have disappeared over time, actually. However, you can see remnants of bones where their hind legs would be in x-rays. These little opportunist carnivores basically eat small insects and small animals, which even include lizards. Believe it or not, they can self-amputate their tails on command to escape predators. However, they can only do this once in their life because their tails don't regenerate. Number 2. Glass frogs. Ever wonder if anything in nature actually looks like Kermit the Frog? Well, glass frogs are probably gonna be the closest thing that look like Jim Henson's arguably most popular creation. This lime green amphibian has bulging white eyes with perfect black pupils, just like Kermit. Glass frogs are mostly arboreal. They live along rivers and streams during the breeding season and are particularly diverse in the forests of Central and South America. While the general background coloration of most glass frogs is primarily lime green, the abdominal skin of some members of this family is transparent. The internal organs, including the heart, liver, and gastrointestinal tract, are visible through the skin, hence earning this guy its common name. On the flip side, their green coloration helps the nocturnal frogs stay camouflaged on the undersides of leaves during the day. Glass frogs are generally small, ranging from 1.2 to 3 inches in length. The glass frog may look cute and small, but it's not quite as cuddly. Male glass frogs are very territorial and will grapple fiercely with other males who trespass their territory. Number 1. Honduran white bat. The Honduran white bat is a miniature animal that's found in Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and western Panama. The Honduran white bat has white to grayish fur, just like its name suggests, along with a yellowish nose and ears. The bats are rather small in size, measuring at just 1 to 2 inches in length. They're known to roost inside abandoned buildings and hollow trees on occasion. They feed mostly on fruit, and they give birth in the spring to just one little bat each year. These little guys are a near-threatened species, as well as defined by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Here's what's next.
Anyway, is it a gremlin? Jabba the Hutt's annoying sidekick? The Ai is a small nocturnal mammal that lives only on the island of Madagascar. Although they may look like a rodent strung out on meth, it's actually a primate, believe it or not. It's closer